Right guys, and welcome down to Finch Friday, your weekly golf Q&A. And it feels good to be back doing these Q&As, a little bit more settled in my routine again, hopefully for a few more weeks. And this is one of my favourite videos because it's directly answering your questions, and there are again loads this week. So first question here, J Hammond 92. Hey Pete, are you likely to be heading to the European Masters this year? Well, yes, I am. So this is a couple of really cool things which are going on. So I'm heading over to Crans, Montana this year for the European Masters, and I'm going to be doing lots of behind-the-scenes filming. So stuff similar to what I've done in Turkey, going over, just seeing what the event's all about, meeting some players, going all behind the scenes and doing loads and loads of cool stuff. And that event is starting the week of 4th of September. So Monday the 4th of September all the way through to that Sunday. I think I'm going to be there from the Monday to the Friday. I think. Monday to the Friday. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to be there doing lots of filming. And I'm really excited because the course over there and the area just looks stunning. It's one of those courses that a lot of players talk about each year as their favourite one to go back to, just because it's so different, because it's just surrounded by these mountains and it just looks stunning. And there is going to be a lot going on that week. I even get to go out on the course and play a bit. But what's more than that, there's also a competition going on where you can win a trip for 2 people to go there next year. Now the organisers who are getting us out there, they've sent us through a video of where Willett and Westwood, they talk about what their opinions are on the future of golf, which I think I've got here.
I think the future of golf is kids.
Cheaper equipment.
Access to golf for everyone.
And more entertainment.
These are our thoughts on the future of golf.
Send yours in to #GreatGolfTimes for your chance to win.
So that's their little thoughts on it, and all you need to do to enter the competition is to go over to the Omega European Masters Twitter, Facebook or Instagram. Just use the #GreatGolfTimes and give your opinion on the future of golf. The competition is open and it closes, I think, in mid-September. So it ends 6 PM on the 3rd of September Swiss time. And you know what they say about the Swiss? They're always running on time. There's a lot of watches over there. And this giveaway is separate to the 200,000 subscriber giveaway, the big prize pool, which I'm doing. This is completely different, nothing to do with that, but it seems like it's going to be an awesome prize. And it just looks, I know I've said it a couple of times already, but I can't overstate, over anything, just how amazing it looks over there. But this competition as well, it does spark a bit of an interesting debate about what the future of golf looks like. Certainly over the last few weeks, heard a little bit more about people discussing about, certainly with TV coverage and things like that, what this means for golf going forward and exactly what is going to happen to this game. For the first time in a long time, figures are showing that participation levels in golf are slightly on the increase, but we're only talking slightly. And this follows a few years of stagnation and a few years before that an actual decline in the number of people playing. It's interesting to hear what you guys think. So where is golf going? What is the future of golf? What do we need to do to get more people engaged in the game? And also, what do we need to do to just try and make access a little bit easier to people who otherwise wouldn't want to play golf? Now, comment below. That's not entering you into the competition. Like I said, you need to go over to the social media platforms of the Omega European Masters to do that. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Loads of questions coming in on Rory. So Rory's rib injury is still bothering him, and it doesn't look like he's going to be playing for the rest of this year while he fully recovers. This is something he's been carrying around since the start of this year, and it's obviously still bugging him. So it needs to get fixed, it needs to get sorted if he wants to compete to the highest level that he can do. And this question from Gabolan32, Pete, let's talk about Rory. ... Rib injury still, question mark, an excuse, question mark, best swing on tour for sure, but as we all know, driver for show, putt for dough. JT, Justin Thomas, who won at the PGA, is not heavily involved in the gym and still bombs at 320. Slight contradiction there, but should Rory stay away from the gym? And there's a few other questions here about Rory, about overtraining in the gym. Now the first thing people seem still not to know, but I've had this confirmed by quite a few people within the industry, Rory did not injure himself in the gym. So Rory injured his rib in that time period where he was trying out new clubs and he was hitting thousands and thousands of balls and overdid practice basically. So he overdid hitting golf shots. Now that's impacted him to the point where he's not training as much in the gym at the moment. So Rick did an interview with Rory and with Jason Day a few weeks ago. And within that interview, Rory was saying he's just not been able to get back into the gym because of the injury which was sustained while he was hitting shots. But it is interesting when people who are seen as more than just a golfer, so more of an athletic golfer who trains in the gym regularly, who works out quite a lot, whenever they get injured, everyone who is a anti-exercise, anti-athletic golfer person seems to come out and say, it's because of the gym, it's the gym, it's the gym, it's exercise, you don't need to do it. But if you don't think that Justin Thomas does exercise and works out, you're very much mistaken. The thing is, if you look at the best players in the world, pretty much all of them now, all of them train to some extent. So let me just pull up the world golf rankings here. So if we go through the world rankings here, Dustin Johnson at the top, yes, he goes to the gym, yes, he works out. Hideki Matsuyama, not to the same extent, but he does exercise, I know that for a fact. Jordan Spieth definitely goes to the gym, works out a bit. Rory McIlroy, obviously just spoke about. Sergio, yes, I don't think to a massive degree, but I might be wrong on that. I know he exercises as well. Justin Thomas does. John Rahm, I'm not sure about. Jason Day definitely does. Henrik Stenson definitely does. Ricky Fowler definitely does. Alex Noren definitely does. Brooks Koepka definitely does. These are the best players in the world, so they're the top 12. Goes down to Matt Kuchar. I'm not sure about Matt Kuchar, but Tommy Fleetwood definitely does. Justin Rose definitely does. Casey, Cabrera Bello, Molinari. These are players, not sure about Molinari actually, but Casey, Cabrera Bello. These are players in the top 20 of the world who pretty much without exception, to varying degrees, work out and exercise. So when you look at the best players in the world now, influenced by how Tiger just totally revolutionized the way people look at exercise and golf, all of these players are hitting the gym, working out and doing different types of exercises admittedly, but they're all doing exercises to try and improve their game. And this affects amateur golfers just as much as it does pro golfers. So I have amateurs coming in for lessons who do struggle making certain movements within their golf swing which make them inconsistent because they are not flexible or strong enough to hold certain positions or move into certain positions, which will then make delivery of the club into impact easier. So no, I don't think it's an excuse. I think Rory is genuinely injured and he just wants to get it out of the way so he feels that he can play golf to his fullest and not have to worry about an injury. But hey, as always, this is all about the comments. This is all about the discussion. What do you think? Comment below about fitness, about golf, about Rory, the way he's going through training. And have you noticed this trend that when anyone who works out gets injured, it's always the gym's fault and not the fact that they might just be hitting a lot of balls? Question here from a Chadfield. This is Aaron, who's been in for lessons before. Hi Pete, been in and had some lessons but need to book some more. Oh, thank you very much. I struggle with taking my practice from lessons and the range onto the course. What advice can you give? So the first thing to say, golf is hard. It is a hard game, and when you're trying to make changes within your swing, it's not easy to do. I'm trying to make changes within my swing now, and I'm still working on them. You know, we're talking 6 to 8 months, and I've probably been able to practice as much as most golfers on the driving range because of the injury I've had on my wrist. I've certainly been able to practice on the course a lot more. But there is a big difference between a driving range and a golf course. The fact is, on a driving range, you can hit a lot of balls in quick succession and start to groove in new movements and try to make them subconsciously. Because in an ideal world, what you will do is you will change a swing, you will work harder, just harder than you can imagine at it, and by the time you've done that, get out to the golf course and you can just swing and those movements will become ingrained. Laying down those neural networks in your brain does take practice, but also the way you practice can make a difference. So if you're just on the driving range hitting ball after ball after ball and you're not target driven, that can make a big difference. On drive range, you can just pull across another ball, hit it, and it doesn't matter. On a course, it matters a lot because it's much more target orientated. There's the flag, there's the fairway, and there's danger around it. But also splitting your practice time up makes a big difference. So not just hitting a driving range and then going to a golf course when it's competition time. If you spend 3 hours a week practicing, for a start, 2 of those should be on your short game, but then you should be spending another 3 hours to offset that on the golf course before you go to competition. And I'm saying that in the full knowledge that that's almost impossible for a lot of people to do, who practice, who work, who have families, and who don't have the time to practice. But if that's you, if you're only playing once a week and you're trying to change your swing, just understand that it's not going to be as easy to do, and it's going to take you a lot longer. Question here from Rocco.Tombs. Where is the nicest place you have been in the world to play golf? Well, this is a fairly simple one, but it's something I've not expounded on much. If you ever get the chance to go on a golf trip and you are not from Scotland, go to Scotland. Scotland is, for me, the best place for golf simply because the amount of courses that are there, the history, the variety of different tests you can get, and it's got some of the best links courses in the world. Scotland, for me, is somewhere that I would potentially move to, and I would absolutely love it up there. It's a golfer's paradise. So we'll end on this question here from Zetterberg. I know it's a long time left, but which team do you think will win the Ryder Cup next year, and what do you think the final score will be? I just want to horseshoe this in as well. So there's questions about the Solheim Cup this week. Unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to get to see much. I'm going away this weekend for a bit of a break, and me and Carly are going away to basically get away from work and not think about it too much, just have a proper break away. So if I start turning the golf on, I don't think she'll be too happy. But hopefully Team Europe can win that. On paper, you'd probably say the US is stronger, but you never know. This is a team event. But with the Ryder Cup, I mean, this is perfect. All I want you to do, guys, is comment below. Who do you think will be the rookies? Who do you think will be the mainstays? And who else do you think could qualify for the Ryder Cup next year? And I'm pretty damn excited because in a couple of weeks, I'm actually going over to Paris and I am playing the Ryder Cup course at the Golf National. And I can't wait. Paris is one of my favourite cities, and I've not played there before that course. It looks brutally tough. It's going to be fantastic. So if you look at it at the moment, you'd say new rookies, probably definitely. Jon Rahm, Tommy Fleetwood, those two you would say would continue to play as well as they have been, hopefully, in getting that team. But guys, who else? Who else do you reckon is going to make that team? I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a great event. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please comment below. Let me know what you think. Go into that competition. Get yourself in that to win that trip. I think the only stipulation is you've got to be over 18. But apart from that, yeah, go enter. And guys, we'll see you down here next time. Weekend videos coming. I think it's going to be the vlogs done from Warrington with Matt Fryer, some course vlogs, some interesting play. And then after that, from Vale Royal Abbey, where there's an absolute cracker of the video coming. Just wait for those. Right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.